I think every online business owner at some point should have a flagship online course or a signature course. If you haven't made one yet, this video is for you. We're gonna dive into what it takes to map out a flagship course, what you need to think about when you sit down to build one, and then what it should include, how to price it, and when and how to launch it. That's all coming up in this video. This is day 56 of Crush It on Kajabi in 90 days. And if you're thinking about jumping on Kajabi, then use my link below, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. You get a 30-day free trial, 30 days to try it out, see if you like it, see if it's the best fit for you. You're also gonna get a 45-minute Zoom call with me. We'll talk about your business, talk about Kajabi, and how to get the best possible start on the platform. And I'm also gonna give you my $25,000 course launch email template, which are the exact emails and email strategy that I used to launch my first course, which made over $25,000 in the first 3 launches. I wanna give you all of that as a way to say thank you for using my link, because it is an affiliate link, so I do get a small commission when you use it. So if you appreciate what we do on this channel and you're gonna jump on a Kajabi anyway, then I would appreciate it so much if you use my link. All right, so this is one of my favorite things to talk about because I love flagship courses. I think that it is the best opportunity for you as a business owner to really showcase everything that you have to teach, your entire system. So the first thing I would say is that your flagship course needs to not be a peripheral part of your business. It needs to be the core essentials of what you teach. So think about, what is your niche? Who do you serve? How do you serve them? And begin to think about, what would you do if you took someone through a complete end-to-end system where you're teaching this skill or task, or you're solving this problem, or you're offering this solution? What would that look like if you coach someone from soup to nuts, from A to Z? How would you do that? That is really the first step. One of the things that I like to talk about with any courses, whether they're mini or flagship, is this escape arrival paradigm. What are you helping people escape from? What are you helping them arrive to? And then what are the milestones along the way? Those milestones become your modules in your course. And then those modules have lessons within them. Those lessons might be on video with downloadable PDFs and worksheets. They might, in some cases, just be written text or audio, but you might have a mix of all of it. I love for each one of my lessons to be a video-driven lesson with worksheets and downloadables and PDFs that complement it and help the student go further with my material. All of this is super easy to do on Kajabi. It makes it so simple to just go through this entire process and get your course up and running as soon as you can. The first step to building your flagship course is to make sure that you have a really thorough outline that's value driven. The key here is not to just make a long course. It's not like a mini course is short and a flagship course is long and that's all that you need to know. That might be true. Your flagship course is probably gonna be longer than your mini course because that does make sense. But every module, every lesson needs to be aiming towards the transformation that that course is promising to deliver. And that transformation needs to be specific. What you don't want to do is just throw the kitchen sink at a flagship course and hope for the best. It needs to be focused enough where when you position it, you're able to say, I'm going to show you the complete system end to end for this issue, or to teach you this skill. In my case, my flagship course on Preaching Donkey is called Killer Sermons Academy, and it is simply how to create and deliver messages that captivate and inspire people towards life change. That is the goal and the essence of the course. It has 3 modules and about 35 lessons, but every single one of those lessons and every single one of those modules build on the previous one to bring people through a complete process. So just think about, what is the thing that you're trying to teach? How are you helping people escape from something? What are you helping them arrive to? What are the milestones along the way? And how do you keep people moving along on that journey in a very intentional, purposeful, and thorough way? Remember, in a flagship course, it needs to be thorough because this is your big system. It's everything that you teach in one course. Okay, so when is it time to launch a flagship course? I like to suggest that people start with a mini course just because it tends to be a little bit easier. You can learn the kind of ins and outs of creating a course before you go big time to create a flagship. However, I didn't follow my own advice at Preaching Donkey. I launched a flagship course first, and then a mini course. So it's really up to you how you want to do this. If you want a quicker win and you want to be in business faster, do a mini course. But you can get started on your flagship course and launch it as your first, biggest, and best product, and then from there do mini courses. But I would just say, if you look at our video yesterday, day 55, I talked about timing having a lot to do with your previous product and whether you've launched it through a couple of cycles and put it into evergreen. If that's happened, then it might be time to go ahead and begin to launch your flagship course. If you don't have any products and you decide to do a flagship course first, then there's no time like the present. The only thing I would say is that make sure your email list has between 300 and 500 people minimum, because you don't want to launch to an empty room. If you've only got a couple hundred people on your list, you're only going to sell a few copies and it might be discouraging for you. So get a few hundred people on that list while you're building your flagship course, and then you can go ahead and launch it. In terms of price, I would say somewhere between 200 to 500 is a pretty normal rate for most flagship courses. Mini courses tend to live in that $50 to $100 range. If you want to charge $150 or $200 or $250, that's a pretty safe bet for most courses. If you're teaching people how to make money or improve their work skill, you can get quite a bit more. So much of it depends on what value and transformation is your course offering, what is it worth to you, and what is it going to be worth to the people that you're selling it to. Don't undercut yourself. A few days ago, I did a video all about raising your prices. Go check that out to see how to price courses and what is maybe too little and what might be too much. Most people have a tendency to way undervalue their online courses for fear that if they price them too high, they're not going to sell enough copies. I strongly encourage you to make a premium product that you're proud of, gets proven transformation, and then charge accordingly. And in most cases, that's going to be at least a few $100s in most cases. So go ahead and start planning your flagship course. I can't wait to see how it turns out. At this point, you can try out Kajabi using my link below, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. Be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any videos in the series, and let me know in the comments what questions you have so I can answer them in future videos. At this point, you can check out this playlist right here where we'll go even more in depth into Kajabi and answer any questions that you might have. So click right here on this playlist and I'll see you in there, and we'll talk more about Kajabi.